Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
I've recently learned one thing, which is if you ever wish to buy something, you must. You must. And you know, where have I learned this from? Mr. Elon Musk. And we're discussing him and Twitter. But how is it linked to cryptocurrency is what you'll find out as we proceed in the show. But we'll begin with big stories of the week. I'm Arun Singh, a very warm welcome. The show is called Coffee and Crypto. Now let's begin with our first story of the week. As reported by PTI, in an interaction at Stanford University, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that India would take a thoughtful decision on regulation around the virtual currency. The decision on crypto will not be rushed through. The minister clarified that the government is open to promoting innovation and well-grounded progress in distributed ledger technologies, which are coming in the blockchain. This comes after she said that the biggest risk of cryptocurrency is money laundering and its use to finance terrorism at a session during the spring meeting of IMF. We had covered that on our show as well. Moving ahead, Russia said that it plans to have a digital ruble capable of making international payments ready by next year and also wants to expand the number of countries that accepts its Visa and MasterCard style banking cards that are administered by the central bank. With Western sanctions cutting off Russia from large parts of the global financial system, Moscow is looking for alternative ways to make key payments both at home and abroad. Moving further, Australia's financial regulator hopes to have crypto regulations in place by 2025. The Australian Prudential Regulation Authority, that's APRA, has released a policy roadmap to adopt crypto asset regulation for financial institutions. According to a policy statement released a few days ago, it has set a provisional aim for 2025 for the framework to be practical. Now let's move towards the social media space. Crypto has been added to Telegram and how is what we'll find out. So see, the TON Foundation, which is the steward of the crypto TON, has added crypto payments to Telegram, allowing its 550 million users to send and receive TON coin within the messaging app. But only TON coin can be sent within the app. Users can also buy Bitcoin through the wallet bot. The foundation said the aim is to make sending TON coin fee like sending a text message. They also revealed that the bot has been used by 8 lakh Telegram accounts already. And just an added info on this, TON is designed by Telegram, and that is how you see this integration also happening. Payment processing platform Stripe is testing a way for users to receive their payouts in cryptocurrency, starting with a select group of creators on Twitter in the USA. Creators who earn money through monetization features on the platform can now get their earnings in USD coin, which is a stable coin, cryptocurrency that is tied to the US dollar. In the end, Bengaluru-based e-commerce giant Flipkart is exploring ways to expand onto the metaverse. How? By launching an in-house innovation arm called Flipkart Labs. The Walmart-backed e-commerce platform will test NFTs, virtual immersive storefronts, and play to earn according to the company's statement. That's all that we had for big stories of the week. And now let's get on to our explainer of the week, which is about Elon Musk buying Twitter and how is it going to impact the crypto world. For that, let's go to the coffee wall. Tesla CEO and SpaceX founder Elon Musk has come to terms with the board of Twitter Inc. to acquire the company and take it private. The $44 billion deal to buy social media platform has the crypto world abuzz. We'll tell you why, and we'll also discuss this with our guests. First, how is Elon linked to crypto? So last year, Tesla revealed that it bought Bitcoin and $1.3 billion of digital assets that remained on electric vehicle makers' books as of end of March. Musk's aerospace company SpaceX also owns Bitcoin. Now then comes Dogecoin, which is a meme coin mostly associated with Musk. Every time he tweets on Dogecoin, its value surges The internet calls it the Musk effect. And by the way, you must know that he's called the Doge father. Now, on July 18, 2020, he shared this picture on Twitter that we're going to flash on your screen. There you go. And of course, it had impacts on the market. On February 24, 2021, he played with to the moon term as well with this meme. And if you think he tweeted only about Doge, then you're mistaken, because he also tweeted about Shiba Inu. And he wrote, "I'm getting a Shiba Inu." But his tweets are cryptic. We've seen how he's shown variety in his tweets. So he's also confirmed that he's only invested in Bitcoin, Ethereum and Doge. And he's not mentioned Shiba Inu here. But in addition to owning Dogecoin, he's mentioned working with Dogecoin developers on bettering its network. Now that's the link between Elon and cryptocurrency. But he's set to buy Twitter. How is that deal crucial for the crypto world? So I'll give you a few points. Number one, Elon, being a crypto enthusiast, can bring some sort of integration of crypto with social media platform. For example, he proposed that pricing for Twitter Blue should be proportionate to affordability and in local currency, and in his words, maybe even an option to pay in Doge ? So that question mark remains there. Point number two, one significant move Musk could make is pushing Twitter to buy Bitcoin as a treasury asset, as he has done with Tesla and Space, and I've already told you about that. He's done that with Tesla and SpaceX in the past. Number three, Musk has highlighted removing bots from Twitter as one of his priorities. This is very crucial for crypto Twitter. Now, crypto Twitter is a community of crypto enthusiasts on Twitter, but it is very important if this move is actually going to become a reality that will benefit crypto Twitter as well. So that's all the link that we had to share. Now, a quick news related to this, which is a cryptocurrency token called Elon Buys Twitter, was also started as soon as this news came out. Now, it's being traded on decentralized exchanges. It rallied over 10,500% in 24 hours after the news of the billionaire's takeover of the microblogging site hit the stands. And on CoinMarketCap, it is currently in green with a 131% of the jump that it shows. So, there has been a new token, and then there's also been impact on the market. And when we talk about market, let's quickly talk about Dogecoin only. In the last 24 hours, it hasn't been doing great. As you can see, it's in the red. But in last 7 days, it has done or has shown some sort of, green there. Again, not great growth, but definitely Dogecoin holders are quite excited with this news. And as I've told you, I've learned one thing. If you ever wish to buy something, you Musk. And you, of course, learned it from Elon Musk. I'll open this for discussion with our guest. We have Ajit Khurana, crypto evangelist and expert. He's founder, Genesis Network. Then we have Malik Kotadia, co-founder and chairman for Innovation Lab Singapore. Anushka Rathore, she's a influencer, and it's very important to have, a perspective of someone who is in the social media space as well. So we'll have a great, I believe, opinions from these three guests. I want to begin with Mr. Khurana. Elon Musk is a crypto fan. First, I want to know from you, what does that mean for crypto world or for Twitter?
An independent thinker who also believes in crypto is obviously a good ambassador for all of us. And when this person who otherwise influences our thinking also then buys one of the most influential social media platforms, I think that is, on the whole, it is good news. Of course, his views on Bitcoin, his views on Dogecoin, very surprisingly to a lot of us, are not necessarily in line with mainstream crypto thinking. But I think that if Twitter in any which way causes enhanced usage of crypto, it could have very widespread and deep-rooted repercussions.
Malik, we've seen Elon tweeting about Twitter as well, where in one tweet he's loved it, in another tweet he has complaints against it. So, he has shown a bit of jump in his opinions on Twitter. Do you think that's good for crypto world if he's to, of course, rule it and then integrate crypto there?
So let me start off with a little tongue-in-cheek, as you kind of mentioned, since this is a crypto show. Well, Musk's tweets are cryptic, so one can never really make out what's happening in his mind. But I'll just add to what Ajit mentioned. I think for Twitter, this is definitely a very, very positive thing. We know that Twitter, while it has been a very popular social media platform with 300 million users, it has always struggled with monetization. And that's why you have a platform like Meta or Facebook, which is valued more than 10 to 15 times of that of Twitter's valuation, because Facebook was able to accomplish this. Now, on the one hand, with this very open and very strong crypto advocacy, and with the fact that he's already, in the case of Tesla, as you mentioned, their treasury is holding crypto to the extent of 1.3 or 1.4 billion dollars. This could really be an opportunity for Twitter to evolve from just a leading information platform to a trusted transaction platform as well. And I call this being the connector between the two C's that make a platform sustainable, moving from a community to commercialization. So that is something which can happen. But I do want to also add very quickly about challenges, and you kind of alluded to it. Over centralization and echo chamber, and we know that Musk's tweets are what they are. He needs to be honest in his approach, and this should not end up becoming another power trip. The very ethos of the crypto community is built on decentralization, democratization, and if it ends up becoming a greater echo chamber, then this whole thing comes into jeopardy. So I think it has the potential to be positive, but let's see how it pans out.
Of course, I mean, he supported this meme coin, which is Dogecoin, and on the other hand, he's also talked about Shiba Inu on the social networking platform. Anushka, you are a finfluencer yourself. You think after this deal, he's going to become the finfluencer of all times? Because, we've seen that in the past as well, how he's influenced the market. Of course, several people have hated him also for tweeting about certain coins and then, not realizing that that's probably going to hit low as well. But do you think he will be becoming the finfluencer of all times if this deal is?
I think he already is the biggest crypto influencer out there. I mean, no one has the reach and impact that Elon has even today. With Dogecoin, with Shiba, we've already seen the impact his one tweet has on those prices. And in fact, his tweets have sort of got Twitter a little more mainstream. So it has helped with people becoming more comfortable with these conversations around crypto. But again, there are negatives as well, because a lot of price speculation is happening. So I guess he's already is the biggest influencer out there.
Right. Mr. Khurana has also spoken about removing bots from Twitter. That means a lot for crypto world, or crypto Twitter as it is called, because, then there's more of authenticated accounts and then more of honest conversations. Would you agree?
I completely agree. And while this argument could be made about everything, whether it is politics, religion, or crypto, but in the context of crypto, what is happening is that if you look at the lowest end of crypto, where Doji, not to confuse with Doge, where Doji coins are being created every day, 3 to 9 new tokens are created every day, and they are pushed upon public opinion using spam bots. So if some of that can be controlled, if not eliminated, I think that will help clean up the dark end of the crypto spectrum.
Right. You already mentioned one downside of bots, but Malik, I had this question for you as well. How are bots really bad for crypto world?
Just to echo what we heard right now, the challenge with both crypto as well as Twitter, as I see it, are very similar. In fact, that's been a criticism as well, that they both have a lot of manipulation happening, and in the case of crypto, of course, that leads to scams, and these are often powered by bots or even bot armies. So anything which can clean this up will be healthy, not only for Twitter, but it will also be very, very good for Twitter, crypto, and crypto as a whole, because it will give regulators, global policymakers, or entities like FATF more comfort about crypto transactions on such a platform, and that is really an opportunity. So, and again, this is a big if Elon and his team are able to accomplish this, that is possible. I mean, there has been talk that Twitter could do some innovative stuff, like actually using tokens as some sort of a validation mechanism, so you can transfer a tiny amount of Bitcoin through the Lightning Network to validate whether you are indeed a real person or a bot. And this is a common practice in the payments industry. So those things could perhaps help clean up in a significant manner and be mutually symbiotically beneficial.
Sure. Anushka, Dogecoin started as a meme currency, but of course, after Elon has supported it, their use cases have also increased. Do you think Dogecoin will also gain out of this opportunity, or they'll have probably more possible use cases in the future?
Probably, like already mentioned, Dogecoin could be accepted as a medium of payment on Twitter itself.
Which he has
Apart
already
from
proposed,
that,
by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. So apart from that, it's all speculatory as of now. He could, with all the new initiatives that he'd get, Web3 initiatives or decentralized initiatives on Twitter, Dogecoin could have a use case there. Because apart from that, even today, Dogecoin is still considered as a meme currency and does not have a lot of utility. Despite Elon Musk saying that he's working with developers, he's going to bring functionality. It has not, we've not seen any of them materialize in any substantial changes or substantial utility behind Dogecoin yet. So again, it is speculatory as of now. I really don't see it being very different, but again, Elon Musk is known to do the seemingly impossible.
Sure, and I have one common question for three of you, and I want quick answers because we are running short on time. Since Musk has also been, a Web 3.0 and decentralization fan, do you think he would be able to bring decentralization to the mainstream, making Twitter algorithm code probably open source, or you think it's a long shot? Mr. Khurana, to you first.
Decentralization is fundamentally about distributing ownership and not about being open source. So as a result, given that he has paid $44 billion to buy Twitter, I think that the likelihood that he'll give away ownership of something that he has bought is not very likely.
Okay.
I think that it may be more open, but not more decentralized.
Quickly, Malik and Anushka. Malik, with you first.
I think there is a possibility. I agree with Ajit. It may not be Twitter itself that could go open source or be decentralized, but maybe a spin-off platform like Blue Sky. There could be a dual speed kind of an architecture in the works there, but we'll have to see.
Sure, Anushka.
Again, what could be possible is with the algorithm being open source, a lot of other Web3 projects could improve and build on that. So making other Web3 projects a better decentralized social platform could be built.
Sure. Thank you so very much for joining us for this conversation. And now we'll take a very quick and short break. But after that, we'll have your queries in our segment MCQ. That's My Crypto Query. And there's one query that has come about Shiba Inu, where you are asking, will Shiba Inu prices rise? We'll find out after the break with Rohas Nagpal. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching Coffee and Crypto. Hi, you're watching Coffee and Crypto. I'm Arun Singh, and now we'll be having your queries in our segment MCQ. That's My Crypto Queries. We have with us Rohas Nagpal, Chief Blockchain Architect, Hi-Fi Blockchain. Rohas, very warm welcome. Of course, we were discussing Elon Musk all set to buy Twitter as well. Before I begin taking the queries, I would quickly want to hear your opinion as well. Do you think that's going to do anything to the crypto world? Is it going to revolutionize, as a lot of people are speculating?
Absolutely. I'm extremely bullish on crypto because of Twitter, because I think firstly, every human being on earth who's on the Twitter platform will soon get a blue tick once your identity is verified. That makes it a KYC platform and your wallets can be attached to it very easily. I think it will completely change the way in which the world uses crypto.
Okay. So let's be specific now, and we have some queries, and we're talking about Bitcoin here. Karan has asked, how is Bitcoin a hedge against inflation given its volatility? And I remember we've discussed this in very initial episodes of our first season. Here we are in the second season, but we have a very relevant question that's still relevant. How is Bitcoin a hedge against inflation? Since it's so volatile, can we really call it a hedge against inflation?
Sure. First, we must briefly understand what is the meaning of inflation. It is the fall in the value of money over time.
Sure.
So when I was in college, for 10 rupees a litre, I could buy fuel. And in a 100 rupee note, I used to get a tank full. Today, I will not even get 1 litre. So what has happened? The value of money has fallen. Now, everybody needs to calculate their own inflation. Depending upon what you spend more money on, your rate of inflation may be very, very different from my rate of inflation. Once we calculate our rate of inflation, we need to invest our money so that the returns are more than the rate of inflation. Otherwise, you are basically just losing money every year. Now, having understood all that, Bitcoin is too volatile as of right now to be considered a hedge against inflation. Because while your inflation may be 10 to 12%, Bitcoin could go up and fall in like 20 and 30%. So considering that volatile, I would not consider it a.
And what about stable coins? Sorry, this is my question, but what about stable coins?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. So if, as an Indian, I look at USDT, right, the US dollar Tether coin. So there, if I buy that, first of all, I am hedging against the price of the dollar. And on an average, it usually goes up against the rupee every year. I can get one benefit. Secondly, when I lend my USDT on a platform, I could get 14 to 16% per annum rate of return. In that scenario, it's an excellent investment.
Okay.
Of course, we must remember there is a risk if the exchange defaults or if USDT itself defaults, then your money is gone. But other than that, I think it's it's a very good investment.
True. Harun is asking, shall we hold the coins for improvement over few more months?
Very good question. So, well, see, I cannot obviously try to predict very specifically, but let me tell you, crypto is not supposed to be a short-term game. I mean, you're supposed to give it a slightly longer or medium term. So as of right now, I would say the best way to answer this question is follow the Bitcoin fear and greed index. Whenever you see in that index, it is at extreme greed. That means everybody thinks that Bitcoin prices are going to go up or all crypto prices. That is the time to sell. And when it is an extreme fear, when everyone feels market is going to keep crashing, that is usually the best time to buy.
Can you say that index's name again so that everybody takes note?
The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. So they measure all the social media and the regular media to try to calculate what is it that the market is feeling. Is the market feeling greedy or is it feeling scared? And always go against that. And that is something even Warren Buffett always talks about. When everybody is buying, sell. When everybody is selling, you should buy.
Real Aki, that's the username on Instagram. He's asking, will Shiba Inu price rise?
So while in the short run it may rise, but I think it is not a good project to invest in because there is no use case. There are 15,000 plus cryptos in the world and many of them have solid use cases. So I would strongly recommend invest in crypto where the use case makes sense to you. I'm against meme coins like Shiba Inu because I don't understand what they're supposed to do. What problem are they supposed to solve?
Yeah, I asked this specifically because Elon has in the past tweeted about Shiba Inu as well, and that's also.
I think he was talking about buying a dog of that breed. I don't think he meant the crypto.
Yeah, of course. But that had also led to a rise in the prices of Shiba Inu. But anyway, that's all the time that we had for this segment. Thank you so very much, Rohas, for answering all our queries. With that, we've come to an end of this show. And we'll be back on next Friday. If you have any suggestions or questions, you can, of course, reach out to us on our social media platforms. I'm Arun Singh. It's goodbye from my side.
Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.